What's up, gamers? Welcome back to the Literature Club. My name's Athena, and this is Monica, and this is Yuri, and this is Sayori, and this is Natsuki, and I'm also playing the part of Vio, the entity, not the manga character from the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures Plus. And we're going to get some literature going in this literature club. Wow, that was a rough intro. This is immediately where we left off from the last episode. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Vio, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Uh-huh. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Vio, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever like your... I don't know how to talk. I don't know what words are. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. So, I'm going to save here. I am going to write over this one. Yes. Okay. So, note to self, do not overwrite the save. Okay, so, you'll notice there's these cute little chibis of each of Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. Monica is missing, because she, I think I mentioned in the last episode, she is not romanceable. So you have Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. The reason I saved just now is because if you're going to want to try to romance each girl, you want to see all of the available routes, you have to start from the very first poem. You have to save there. You have to actually save scum, which is reloading the save to get the best possible results. In normal games. In this game, it's the way that you get all the routes, because there is a certain point at which there is no return to the, I guess, the horror state. And once that happens, if you don't romance all three of the girls, there's no way that you're going to be able to do it. So, we are going to start with Yuri. So, the way this works is these words are, you just pick random words. The words correspond to different girls. So, Yuri is very introspective. She likes dark fiction, stuff like that. So her words would probably be something like alone or mystery or something like that. Natsuki we learned likes cute things, so her words are cute stuff. So jumpy would be really cute. And Sayori is kind of an interesting case. I don't want to go too much into Sayori just yet. I'm going to do her last. I'm going to do Yuri first, then Natsuki, then Sayori. And when we get to Sayori's, we'll talk about sort of what words are particular to Sayori. But let's pick, I think, Alone. Oh, nope, that was a Sayori. Already fucking it up. Okay. Well, Graveyard for sure is a Yuri. Graveyard. Sensation. Desire? There we go. Okay, great. Boop! Calm. Passion. Nope, that was Sayori. Damn it. So you have to get, in order for a poem to appeal to a certain girl and in turn unlock that person's root, you have to get, I think, at least half of the thing. So you got 20 words. You have to get over half of the words right to get a certain root. I'm gonna try essence. Okay, yeah. Entropy. Yeah, that's one. Okay. Effulgent. Okay. Philosophy. There we go. Melancholy. So you can kind of see the words that Yuri is like into. Unrestrained. Intellectual. Vitality. Starscape. This one's a bit hard. Massacre? Yes. Puppy. Destiny. We're just fucking cracking this out, aren't we, huh? Lust. And climax. Oh, shit. There was one more word, damn it. Secretive. 2 more words. Death. Oh, that was Sayori. Damn it. That's okay. I think that was... I'm pretty sure that was like only 3 Sayori, so we should be on a good track to get Yuri's route. Hi again, Vio. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Vio. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. God, just freaking air out her dirty garbage. Dirty garbage? Dirty laundry? How does that saying go? Dirty laundry. That's the one. Just read her dirty like that. Just do her dirty like that, Monica. Why don't you? Also, can we discuss... I know that this is just a result of the shading, but why did they shade Natsuki's chest so much more than they did Monica? I was gonna say and Sayori, but Sayori doesn't really have a chest to speak of. But, like, I get that she's supposed to be the, let's say well-endowed, bookish type. But, like, this shading is just... I don't understand it. Also, blazers don't work like this. I know that this is just indicative of the anime style, which this game is obviously supposed to be emulating. But I really, really, really hate in anime when the clothes are like suction cupped to the breasts, the tits, the boobs, the badonkadonks. It's just unnecessary. And this was a weird tangent to go off of, but it's just I don't know, it's just something about Yuri's design is really cute. Like, she's super cute, but it's just something about that particular aspect of her design really bothers me for some reason. Like, blazers do not fit like that. No. Just stop it. These are high school girls. What are you doing? Dan Salvato. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Okay, side note, tangent number 2. I used to do this shit all the time. When I was in elementary school, I was always talking way faster. My mouth was on a different wavelength than my brain. So there were a couple times where I would go up to my teacher and I would be trying to tell them something that my mom said, and then I would just call my teacher mom. And then I would try to I'd be like, Mom said. Like, you know that way kids do when you're like, you know you fucked up, you've caught yourself midway in the middle of your fuck up, and you're like trying to smooth or recovery it. But it's just so, you can't. There's no coming back from that embarrassment. But I did this all the time, where I'd be thinking, and it's always something that starts with the same letter, or at least the same sound, if not the same letter. Happens a lot with M words, ironically. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Vio always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Vio can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Okay, so this is how you know that you're on the right route. Because if you've done the poem bit right, it'll, the MC will want to, spend time with the specific girl. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. So, I believe she's kudere, but she kind of has, tsundere tendencies. Because here she was just like, I'll tell him, and then, no, I won't tell him. But she, definitely bought this book for us. And by us, I mean Vio, the entity. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Dude, MC, bro, she is into you. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Just choked on air. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Vio? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then, suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Ah, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as they read. Can I learn to read? It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Typo! Two of us! Dan Salvato, I found a flaw in your game. That means it's horrible and you should feel bad. Sarcasm. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Aw, yeah, getting close and personal. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little longer. Look at that cute little smile. This is a really adorable scene here. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Vio... Nope, wrong voice. Hold on. But Vio, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone! I think it's about time that we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You looked kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright! I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, so this is the first poem exhibition reading. You can do them in any order that you want. Excuse my yawning. And, you get a different little cutscene with each of the girls, depending on what route you're doing and who you read first. I'm going to start with Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? So if you notice, the background music changed. So each of the girls has a different, instrument associated with them. I just wanted to point that out real fast. I'm gonna shut up for a second, in just a second, so that you can hear it. But, Yuri's is a harp. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Next time on Doki Doki Literature Club, we will be chatting it up with Yuri, and talking about her poem, and seeing what the other girls wrote. Bye! Goodbye now!